Hi everyone, welcome to Pilates and Planks. My name is Callie and today I'll be guiding you through a reformer workout where we'll be focusing on the movement of push. So we'll be doing exercises that target glutes, quadriceps, pecs, and deltoids, and of course your core. So if you're ready, we're gonna get started on the reformer right away. We'll load on, I'm gonna start with a red, a blue, and a white spring on, but really just any 3 springs so your carriage is stable for right now. We're gonna begin in an elephant stretch position. So holding onto the foot bar, go ahead and stand up onto the carriage. Walk your heels all the way back to your shoulder blocks and drop your chest back through your arms. You can keep your knees a little bit soft, especially exaggerating and sending your tailbone towards the ceiling. Then from there, just gently take a little bit of movement, maybe sway the hips side to side and feel that your shoulders are nice and open. And we're gonna ripple through the spine. So round the spine, pull the abs in nice and tight, dropping that head a little bit more, scoop, and then slowly unrippling through the spine, almost like we're doing a little standing cat and cow. So again, exhale, round the spine, curl your tailbone underneath of you. And then inhale, lengthen that spine, almost arching through that lower back. Okay. Let's take a little twist here, right hand to left ankle, look underneath that left shoulder. Replace your right hand and then switch sides. Good. Replacing your left hand, make your way down onto your knees. We're gonna have our feet against our shoulder blocks. And then we're gonna get started with our first exercise. So I hope you're nice and warmed up already. So this exercise is knee stretches, and this exercise is not actually a stretch, so don't be surprised here, but it is a tough one. It's one of my favorites. It's an excellent push exercise. So we're gonna be on a red, a blue, and a white spring, but really this is dependent upon your own personal strength, so if you feel like it's too heavy or too light, certainly adjust accordingly. We'll start with the heels of our hands on the bar in line with our shoulders. From here, we're gonna try to slide out so that our shoulders are just a little bit higher than the foot bar to begin. Now, without moving our hips up and down in height, we're going to press the carriage out so that we extend through the hips, and then inhale, bend the knees in, exhale, push, inhale, bend, exhale, push. So let's just keep our spine relatively stationary and our shoulders definitely still. So this is a big push through not only the legs, but also the shoulders. While you start to get the hang of it, you can move a little bit on the quicker side. A lot of these push movements that we'll be going through today, they tend to be a little bit on the more powerful, quick side. And you might find your heart rate starting to get slightly elevated. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the carriage come in. You can take a brief child's pose or just hang back with your hips to your heels. I have a lot of spring tension on, so I'm just gonna bring my hands under the bar. All right, next up, we're gonna do knee stretches again, but this time with our knees lifted up off the carriage. This is one of the most challenging ways to perform this exercise. So if what we just did was more suitable for you, please stick to that. Otherwise, if you'd like to give this a try today, go right ahead. So it can be a little bit tricky to get into position, but you're gonna come in onto the balls of the feet, heels of the hands on the bar again. You're gonna sit your hips low and back. I'm already kind of feeling like I'm pushing the foot bar away from me. My shoulders are gonna be a little bit higher than they probably were before, because again, this is a tough one. From this point, you're pressing out and in, out and in. Squeeze your tush as you straighten those legs. Bracing those abs with each exhale. We won't go for as long because it's hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, Good, carefully place those knees down, just take a break. My quads and my shoulders really felt that. So let's go ahead and give those quads a little stretch. Hands on the shoulder blocks. Gently press your hips forward. You can take a little back bend. If you want to let your head go back, you can. Catching your breath. All right. Next, we're going to give our legs a little bit of a break and switch to some upper body. So I'm going to be on one blue spring. And I'm going to hang up both of my hand straps around my shoulder blocks so that they're easy for me to grab. Okay. So we're going to come into a half kneeling position. So I'm going to take my right leg through the shoulder blocks and have my knee just a couple of inches in front of the shoulder blocks. And then my left foot is going to come up onto the carriage. So we want a 90-degree angle behind both knees in this position. Then you can grab a hold of your right strap carefully. You're going to bring your right arm up into what I call a half bench press position. So my hand, elbow, and shoulder are all parallel to the ground. Looking straight ahead with your left hand on your left knee. Exhale to reach your right arm all the way forward. Inhale to bend your arm into a bench press. Exhale to reach all the way forward. Inhale to a little bench press. So let's do 5 of those, and then we're going to add on to this movement. So the next 5, you're going to add some upper body rotation. So as you extend your right arm forward, you're going to rotate your upper body a little bit to the left. Inhale to come back to your starting point. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, return. So we're pushing with our pec and rotating with our obliques. 2 more. Last time. Good. Keep that strap in your right hand. You're going to come down onto your left elbow and forearm on your left knee. Your right arm is going to extend forward, trying to create a nice diagonal line from your hand all the way down to your hip. So we do have this forward lean going on. From here, we'll take 10 tricep kickbacks. You're going to bend your elbow to a point where you have almost a 90-degree angle behind it, and then exhale as you push that strap away from you. Inhales to 90, and exhales to extend. Keep your neck long in line with your spine. I'm looking down where my spring is attached to the gear bar. Last 2. That right tricep should be toasty. Last time. All right, carefully. You can ditch that strap because you're not going to need it again. And let's switch sides. Moving our left leg between the shoulder blocks. With that knee just a couple of inches in front of it, in front of the shoulder blocks. And then right foot coming up. So with a 90-degree angle behind both knees. Take a hold of your left strap with your left hand. Right hand can rest onto your thigh. Begin with your left hand, elbow and shoulder all lifted parallel to the floor. 5 times, just reach your arm all the way forward. Inhale, bend the elbow in line with the shoulder. Exhale, push. Inhale, resist. The second set of 5, adding some upper body rotation. So as you extend your arms straight in front of you, rotate through your shoulders and ribs. Inhales to come back. Exhale, press. Rotate the spine. Inhale to come back. Last 2. Exhale, twist. Last time. Good. Then keep the strap. Come down onto your right elbow and forearm on that right thigh. Lift your left arm up, bicep in line with the ear. 10 single arm tricep kickbacks. Keep your elbow right next to your head. Resisting as you bend. Exhale as you straighten. You can do this with an open hand grip or closed grip, whatever works. Just make sure you're keeping your wrist fused with your forearm. Shoulders are level. Abs are in. And after you finish up that 10th one, you can carefully ditch that strap down onto the floor. Next, we'll be moving into forward lunges. So I'm gonna be on one blue and one white spring. You'll need a platform extender. So if you have that, place it on over your springs, flush to the wood. And then we're gonna hold onto the foot bar with our hands and stand up onto the carriage. Let's start with our left foot forward on the platform. Right toes at the front edge of the carriage so that you have something to press against here. And our feet are just about fist distance apart, so not very wide. Light touch on the bar. You're gonna come down into a little runner's lunge with this right heel lifted high. Begin to press your right leg out and in. I'm looking down at the ground in front of my reformer, so my neck is in line with the spine. Light touch on the bar, so we're loading our quads. A little speed, a little power behind this push. Making sure you're getting that back leg all the way straight every time. Alright, once you complete 15, instead of switching legs, you're just going to step back into high plank position. Feet against the shoulder blocks, and then you have your shoulders above your wrists. Looking at the ground in front of your reformer, begin to slide the carriage back and forth slowly. The more backwards you slide the carriage, the harder the exercise becomes. Let's do that 5 times. Exhales to push back. Inhale to stay. Exhales to push forward, pull forward. 3 more. Hold. And forward. Last 2. Exhale, press. Inhale, stay. And forward. Last time. Holding it at that challenge point. See if you can make something a little bit better, like your neck alignment. Maybe retract your scapulas out of your ears. And let's go ahead and lift those hips. Plant the feet flat. And take a break and elephant stretch. Feel free to find movement. Now that our carriage isn't so heavily loaded, maybe rock the carriage back and forth. And then we'll be stepping forward for the other side. So we're gonna have our right foot forward on the platform, left toes to the front edge of the carriage. And again, your feet are just about fist distance apart. Squat down nice and low, lifting that back heel high. Begin to press the back leg out and in for 15 reps. Maintain a little arch in your lumbar spine. Light touch on the bar. Make sure your front shin bone is not pushing into your foot bar. Same thing, we're going to step back into high plank. Shoulders above the foot bar, feet against the shoulder blocks. This time we're going to opt to take 5 tricep push-ups. Inhale, bring your elbows towards your ribs, chest towards the bar. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. Keeping your shoulders out of your ears. After you finish those 5, lift those hips up. Back into elephant stretch and catch your breath. Walking your feet forward, we're going to go into speed skaters next. So one foot is on the platform, the other foot is at the edge of the carriage. And if your feet are really slippery, you can kind of have your foot that's on the platform also at the edge so that you have better footing here. Hands are going to come to heart center. I'm keeping my springs the same, but if you need to lighten it or make it heavier for this exercise, go right ahead. We should still be on a blue and a white. So coming down into our squat, we're going to press the right leg out and in for 10. Right now, you're keeping your weight over your platform. Pushing through the heel of the foot that's on the carriage. pressing through the leg that's on the platform. So you squat down, be careful because this can be a little bit on the trickier side. You'll keep the leg that's on the carriage bent in the same spot the whole time. It's the leg that's on the platform that is straightening. Be careful you don't get out into this kind of a position. Keep your foot that's on the carriage underneath your hip. Muscles should be a little toasty toast for sure. Feeling this in the sides of the hips as well as our quads. And I believe this is 10. Let's take a quick break. Before you turn around to the other side, I got one more thing for you. You're going to be alternating between these two movements. So, coming back down into your squat, the carriage leg presses for 1. Then the platform leg presses for 1. Then the carriage leg goes again, 2. Then platform leg, 2. Repeat, 3. And 3. So 2 more sets, here we go. 4. And 4. Last set, 5. And 5. Nice work. As you turn around, please do so on the platform. And we'll do this whole little series over. So setting your feet up for success, make sure they're parallel. Right at the edges, hands to heart. Squat down. Begin to press the carriage leg out and in for 10. This is where it's going to get really magical here. Building up your muscular endurance as well as your power. That's 10. Take a second to breathe. All right, and then we've got the reverse of it. So coming back down into your squat. Go a little bit slower on the reverse. Platform leg is the one that's straightening. Almost there. This is 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. One more part to this whole series. Give those glutes a little massage. All right, so it's our alternating series. Coming back down. Each movement counts as 1 and 1. Exhale, 2 and 2. And we're only going to 5. 3 and push. Make sure you're not twisting through your ribs. One more full set. And 5. All right, very good job. You can hold onto the foot bar and carefully help yourself down to the solid ground. Let's have a seat really quick on the carriage. Take a figure 4 stretch. Cross your ankle over your knee. Flex your foot and gently lean forward, pressing that knee down towards the ground. You can also pick that knee up, bring it across to the opposite shoulder. Feeling this a little bit more in the glute medius. Don't worry, no more legs. Got one more thing for you. All right, switching, figure 4. Piriformis stretches first, cross your ankle over your knee. And then bringing that knee up and across to the opposite shoulder. We're done with our platform, so you can tuck that out of the way. And then we'll put our boxes on the Reformer, long ways. Long box on the carriage goes against the shoulder blocks. And then we're gonna lie down onto our belly, facing the foot bar for our lying down push-ups. Chest is gonna come off the edge of the box. You can do this on a red and a white, or even a red and a blue if you want this a little bit on the heavier side, your choice. We're gonna do 2 sets of 10. So the first set, heels of the hands on the bar in line with your shoulders. Slide the carriage out just enough to find the point where your shoulder joint is on top of your elbow joint. We're never gonna come in any closer than this. This is our start and our stop. Exhale, push all the way out, extend. Inhale, stop your shoulder above your elbow. Exhale, push away. Inhale, return. Keep your legs active. Keep your thighs lifted. Once you know what's going on, look straight down so that your neck is in line with your spine. Feel like you're pushing the bar away evenly. Both arms are working just as hard as each other. And then take a break once you complete 10. Our second set of 10 is going to be a little bit different with our hand position. So you're going to turn your fingers in towards each other, elbows wide to the side. Legs are going to come back together, and the same thing. Exhale, press, resist. It's totally up to you how close together you have your hands, by the way. Depends on your personal wrist flexibility. And I think that's 10. All right, drop it down to a single red spring. Hands as wide as the bar. Slide out, drop your head through your arms, separate your feet as wide as your hands. Keeping your arms straight, breathe in, lift your chest for swan stretch. You guys made it. Exhale to press back out, drop your head through your arms. Again, breathe in, lift, extend. And exhale out. One more time. To finish swan, slide all the way out. Stay flat as you bend your elbows and draw the carriage in. We are all done today. I hope you guys feel fantastic after that push workout. If you're looking for more, be sure to check out my pull workout, which will be, you guessed it, all pulling movements. I'll catch you guys next time. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.